How are Joe Allen and Thibaud Verlinden? Obviously, you will have been monitoring their recoveries from their respective injuries. How are they doing?
Yeah, good. You know, Joe had the operation very quickly. I think he had it on the Monday after the Hull game, and I suppose, you know, I was devastated for Joe, to be honest, because I know, first of all, how important he is to us, but secondly, for him and for Wales, because it's a really special thing to play for your country in a major tournament, and Joe had obviously done that in Euro 2016, and he was obviously going to miss Euro 2020. That now no longer will be the case with the tournament put back. So that's probably the one positive that's come out of this scenario, is that Joe will get that opportunity, and also that he won't miss as many games for us as well. So, but you know, the operation was successful. It's probably a little bit more difficult to manage him because we're having to do that remotely. It's not that he would be getting the level of day-to-day medical and physio attention that he would normally get because of the restrictions. And Thibaud's the same. You know, his operation was a success as well. I saw him quite soon after he had the operation, and he did look in quite a bit of discomfort. But just before lockdown, I saw him again, and he was moving a little bit better. And you know, his is a long recovery. They're both long-term injuries, and they're getting, you know, excellent medical support and attention as best we can in the current situation. But equally, you know, as I say, they'll benefit from the opportunity to come back into the club as soon as possible.
And as for you personally, how are you spending your days away from football? I know when we spoke very early on in lockdown, you were talking about your DIY skills, or lack of them. Have they improved?
You know, I've given up on that, to be fair. Yeah. No, I quickly ran out of things to do in that department because my skills are so limited. There's you know, we're talking about changing light bulbs and things like that here. It's nothing too dramatic. I'm not doing anything too adventurous, but no, most of the time, you know, it's either whether the past few days have been very busy with the media around the Northern Ireland situation. We're in constant contact with the coaches, obviously, as well. And then otherwise, it's maybe watching some games, watching some players, or else obviously taking the opportunity to get out and do a bit of exercise, whether that's running or out on the bike. If anything, that's, you know, clears my head as well. But it's been nice for me, to be honest, to be here because, you know, I'm based obviously in Manchester, and you know, my family have remained in the short-term future situation here in Edinburgh. So, you know, my girls are both at a very important time in their education, so it wasn't the right thing to do to move them from Edinburgh. So from that point of view, it's been good to spend time for me here. But as I say, that'll come to an end, and I look forward to getting back to obviously the job in hand.
And finally, we're all looking forward to the resumption of the season sooner rather than later, or resumption of football. What would be your message to the Stoke City fans at this time?
Well, first of all, you know, just stay safe and make sure that we're following the guidelines and doing everything possible to end the current situation. And when we get back to normality, and I think that will be a little bit longer than possibly we envisage. You know, I don't imagine we're just going to flick a switch and everything will revert to normal. But you know, we have a job to do to make sure we stay in the championship. The fans play a huge part in that. They've been really good with me since I come in. I have to say I've been delighted with the backing that they've given to the team, and we have to continue to do that. The supporters are arguably the most important part of any club. You know, and we have to make sure as a team that we continue to progress as we have done, and give them a team to be proud of. As I say, you know, our short-term goal is to stay in the championship, but our longer-term goal is to build a team, obviously, to keep able to go back to the Premier League, and the supporters will play a crucial part in making, obviously, the Bet365 a real fortress. I think our home form's been good, and it's nice to see the supporters enjoying watching the team play again.